Almost forgot it was 8 o'clock for a second. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Thursday. It is time for the TraderPrad show, the amazing show you've all been waiting for, the late night stock market talk show where we get to go all over the stock market. You get to see my trades on the day, how a professional prop trader trades, stocks, especially IPOs, the ARM IPO, which was gigantic, monstrous IPO. We'll talk about who the best IPO trader ever, I guess, who traded the IPO the best. And I know exactly who it was. In the world, there's only one trader who traded that stock the best. And we'll talk about that person in a bit. And we'll go through my trades. We'll talk about how I could have done so much better. But yeah, I did what I could. I made some money. It was good. The day was positive. Another positive day on the book. So far, only one red day in the month. So that's a big dub in my trading so far. Usually I have more than one red day in a month already, so a big change in the way I trade, big change in my trades overall. Enjoying the market. September, I mean, can't complain about how summer has been. Summer's been great. But September usually should bring back. Hello, Alexa. No one said your name. Shut up. September should bring back a little bit more volume, and we're seeing that happen. And a lot of opportunities across the board. A lot of opportunities. Markets are just giving you trades every single direction that you look in, except for the right direction, right? Or left, right? Yeah, left. But you guys are probably seeing me right. Anyways, you guys get the idea. So we got a long list to talk about, long list of stocks to go through, a couple of things that I have to do research about because I don't really know exactly what's going on in this specific sector or what's going on with this a bunch of stocks. So we're gonna go through that one. Maybe some of you in the chat can educate me on that, and we'll find some trades off of that possible catalyst. And obviously we always have our beloved earnings plays. We got Adobe with earnings move today. I actually did not open up Benzinga. How did I miss opening up Benzinga today? So let me open up Benzinga on my second screen, get that prepared for us, because we need to know all the information for all the information for the rules. For the rules, all the information for the earnings that came out. I'm trying to do two things: talk and open up this page. Benzinga Pro, bang 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 bang. Benzinga Pro, log in. Come on, buddy, you got this. Come on, there we go. Okay, well, now we're ready. Sorry, I was a little unprepared for it, but now everything's golden. So why don't we start going right into the market with all of the trades that happened today, ladies and gentlemen? What a monster trading session for your boy TraderPrad. We'll start off with. Do you guys want to start off with the winners, or do you guys want to start off with the losers? Why don't we start off with the losers? Because in my opinion, you actually learn a lot more from the losers than the winners. And also you save the best for last. You save the best for last, right? So we'll start off with the losers. What happened with Google today? Very impatient off the open. I went from, trading actual game plan to trading a hope, like an absolute stupid idea. Right? Just because that 138 level has been so important on Google for the past few days. It's also the 52-week high. So we actually get that opening rush to the north side, that 138 move towards 138. We reject off of 138. We'll pull back to the downside. So I'm thinking, maybe, just maybe, the stock ends up finding some buyers over here and we start bouncing. So I start taking some longs. I build into another long. I get some out on the move back up. So that way my average is over here. And then comes the flush. And then I get stopped out. Then I try again. Then I get stopped out. So I'm very impatient. All because I think that the stock is actually going to break 138 today, because today happened to be a green day on the market, right? Thursday, very rare that we've seen a green day on Thursday. Usually Thursdays the markets have been red. So I'm thinking today we actually go above 138. The whole concept of thinking, hoping, is what ruins me on this trading setup today. I had no actual edge on this trade, right? The edge was, if you were reading the tape and if you're looking at the time of sales, obviously hindsight's 2020, Prad, blah 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 blah. Yes, you're right, you're not wrong. But if you're actually looking at the tape and reading and looking at the different variables in the stock itself, even trying to catch the low over here, lower low, lower low. Over here, it would have probably made more sense. Or over here, when it made the higher low, right? You would have probably still gotten stopped out or just barely gotten stopped out on this move back down over here. But that's the move that you want to do. You don't want to get in. You don't want to get impatient and try to catch the falling knife. And this is something that I am very very guilty of. Very very guilty of trying to catch the falling knives and trying to front run levels to short them. I always get burnt doing this. You guys see this happen way too many times from me where it's almost embarrassing at this point. It's like, come on, you can do better, you know better, but you just need to stop making those mistakes. On this short over here, I'm okay with this entry, honestly, because we're getting in on the move down. We are risking off the same high over here, so I'm okay with it. Eventually, that high does manage to break, and the stock goes up higher, and we get stopped there. That's fine. 6 times that loses, you lose 1 unit of risk. And the 4 times that win, you make 3 units of reward or 6 units of reward, and it just makes up for that 6 times you lose, right? And the 4 times you win, you're already in the positive on this stock. So on that idea, I would take this trade again and again every single time. But all of these trades, this is where you're just wasting money. And I'm talking to myself. Hopefully you guys are learning watching this, but this is where you are wasting money. No reason to take these gambles. And off the open, look at that volume off the open for the stock compared to the volume in pre-market. I am hoping that the stock finds support in the pre-market areas when the opening volume is clearly telling me we're going to reject off of 138. Later on in the day, the volume does come in and we do break out of 138, right? And then you get some nice dip buying opportunities on the 100 period EMA and so on. So that's a different trade later on. Later on, I do try the long when it does come back below 138. I try the long when it's trying to show me that it's bouncing off the 50 period EMA with my stop at the low of that candle. I could have added, but instead of adding at the low of this range, I add on the break of these 2 candles over here. I add, but then I see some stalling action. The stock's not able to really get back above this high where I was previously trying to short. So I actually just get out of my stock or trade completely, get out for profits, and I think that was the only real profit that I had on Google today. So overall, my biggest loser, Google. Very very poorly traded, very impatient, and I can do better, will do better, and hopefully you guys by now watching this know what not to do, right? Even though you guys see this every day from me, you now know what not to do. Read.to, this is basically CGC. CGC was SSR, which is basically short sale restriction. You cannot short the stock by taking out the liquidity on the bids, but that rule does not apply for Canadian stocks. So Read.to exclamation mark or slash CGC. Instead of trying to short CGC, I'm now shorting Read.to instead, and I'm just looking at the CGC time of sales and CGC level 2 on trading the stock. Over here, I think this was fine, but what's not fine is this is the exact same mistake that we did couple days ago when trying to short CGC at that 180 area, if I remember correctly. Couple days ago, we were trying to short this 180 area. We do the exact same thing. We wait for the pop. Actually, no, couple days ago, we actually don't wait for the pop. We are shorting the move up, and then we get burnt, and then we don't get back in on the move down. So we should have been willing to get back in on the move down. We do the same mistake twice on that side, but over here, I'm actually okay with entering, with giving it that stop. It just sucks that I got a little bit too slipped on that move over here, and I was trading it off of CGC on NASDAQ. I believe it's on NASDAQ, and that one, I was giving it to a certain level, and once that level broke, I punched out of this trade, no matter how far of a move this trade was. But sadly, it basically moved up to $2 and rejected off of 2. I guess I should have done the conversion, and technically would not have got stopped out. I don't know if that would have worked or not, but yeah. I would have been okay. Probably would have taken this trade again, but I really need to not move away from a stock after I lose. I should be kind of be ready to take that play again another time, give it 2 tries if it shows up second time, because that was a clean move to the downside on CGC on the TSX side. So another losing stock for you guys to see. Now, Apple, I think this was a little bit of a loser. See, again, horrible. Just not waiting for the backside of the trade and just doing stupid shit. This is so sad to show these trades for you guys today, but thankfully we have a trades that we can show you where we actually do good and make money on, right? So if all my trades were like this, that would be amazing. And if I could just stop doing this stuff, I would save myself from so much money being lost. So once again, the stock is just ripping to the north side. Here I am trying to be smart and catch the top. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to do. It's just really bad trading. Trying to catch the move to the downside, catch the swing back down if it's possible. Apple's been extremely weak for the last few days, but the real level that we want to be trading off of is that 176. But here I am dicking around in the middle, playing with my fiddle. And losing for no reason. Eventually, I do wait for that top. We get that move up. This is a dark pull candle, so that move doesn't actually happen. And I get a nice little short to the downside. Don't really hold it all the way back in. Could have added if I wanted to, but don't hold it all the way back to VWAP, because I'm watching these tails of the stock, and it does not really want to go too much further to the downside, and the market's continuously to the upside. So it was a little scary to hold that short. Later on in the day, that 176 short does come in, and we are able to trade that 176 short. We add to the downside, and then we get out at the 50 period, at the 100 period EMA, where profits do show up. So this actually helps us turn Apple into the positive, and this trade actually turned Apple into break even. So even though we lost twice, one winner alone turned Apple into break even, and this one turned Apple into positive for us. Now, the next positive trade that we had was a quick little short on the S&P 500 off the around the open or so, when it broke VWAP and started trading under VWAP. That's when I take my fill with giving the risk of getting back above VWAP over here. Wasn't too much of risk. We started flushing to the downside, but right around these ranges, you just saw bids stepping up. Bids would step up every single time, and a lot of green prints would start coming in onto the time of sales. So I figure I'm not going to fight that strength. Market's already been up. It's trying to stay green. It's trying to go higher. So I'm not going to fight the strength. I'm just going to take my quick little scalp, and I was out of it. Easy win, but don't think... I don't think this was like an A+ setup, probably like a B setup. So the sizing on it was small for only one lot size. Usually I would have had more than one out, but since it's only one lot size, one in, one out for a quick scalp. This one came to my radar pretty late. Netflix, I think there was some sort of a guidance on their part. They were guiding a little bit lower, citing that their operating margins might be getting hurt, because obviously they spend so much money on acquiring all these titles and content to display to people. I'm recently finishing episode 6 of season 3 of Top Boy. So if I start talking like I'm a Brit in it, man, don't judge me, yeah? So man, them speak like a Brit now. So looking at Netflix, I don't blame it. That One Piece, I mean, I wanted to hate One Piece, but I just could not. I literally was going out there looking at that anime, trying to find reasons to hate that. Or live action, sorry, not anime, live action rendition of that anime, and I really liked it. So shout out to Netflix for doing all that cool stuff, but they're apparently getting hurt on the operating margin. So pushing down off of that move, off that catalyst, I took the lower day breakout. I was $1 in the money, didn't take any profit, saw the buying come in, ignored the buying, and I said I'm just gonna stick to my stop. If my stop gets triggered, then I lose, 20 cents on it, whatever. I'm out of that trade at that point, and I got triggered out fine. Then I said I'm just gonna wait for the stock to get back into the higher end of these ranges. I'll give it to the high of that peak over there. If it does want to stop me out, It tries, but it never really stops me out, pushes down. I add on the way down, and then instead of buying coming in at the lows, buying starts to come in at these ranges. Set not fighting that trend again. So there I'm out both of my lot sizes that I got in. I would have honestly gotten back in over here on the way down, but I was too busy with waiting for the ARM IPO, because we didn't know when the IPO was go open up around this 10:55 or so. So just a lot of saving my risk, saving my mental capital for the ARM IPO, which we're gonna talk about next. But nice stock to add to my winning, padding my net on the day. Nice little short. I think we have to add Netflix to the watch list actually. Of stocks that we need to start tracking, but because this one is coming out with a nice little catalyst, decent RVOL, and giving us some nice trades. Let's go quickly look at the chat, see if anyone else has joined us. JJW, who was actually in the chat much earlier, calling out that there is a 60% sale on Dollar General, Advanced Auto Parts, Disney, Foot Locker, and Chewy. I get what you're saying. Yeah, those stocks have been selling off. I actually did put all those stocks in my watches just because you mentioned it, so we'll go through them after. Cody coming out. What's up, Cody? I did the same thing at the open, bro. For what's it, Google? Such bad trading on Google there. Diter's in the chat. What's up, Diter? Yeah, I got a good trade on Disney at 83.10, but got stopped out just before the big move. Yeah, Disney had some sort of a move later on in the day. I need to go take a look at that. I saw Neil post a tweet about it, but I didn't really see anything or hear anything about Disney when I was on the trade floor. So I don't think any one of my other traders at the floor actually got that move either. So I think we missed out on something over there. I do have Disney on my watch list. We'll take a look at that for sure. Nice little, what is it? You guys want me to try reading the French one? I'm gonna fail so badly at it. Nice little bubbly, cherry bubbly. If you don't know what bubbly is, it's sparkly water, basically sparkly soda water. Tastes a little bit flavored, but not too flavored, so it's actually like mild and nice. I like bubbly. Okay. ARM. The last IPO. It's like San Pellegrino. Yeah, exactly. Last stock that we're gonna talk about from the stocks that I traded today. It's gonna be the ARM IPO. So I took the opening print just to see when the stock opens up. It actually opens up around pretty close to what they quoted. They quoted around 11:58 first. And then closer to 11:58 they said 10 minutes, and right around 10 minutes, 12:07, 12:08, the stock opens up, and we start getting some moves to the downside. Initially it looked like the stock was going to sell off. Let me backtrack a little bit, rewind. Stock was supposed to trade between $47 to $51 on the original IPO range. Stock closed at $51 pre-IPO day, which was yesterday. Today, when the stock started going into the imbalance locator and indicating where it was going to open up at, it started indicating $61 first, and it's been ever since going down from 61 to 56.25 is what we saw last. So I think the stock actually opened right around 56.25 or 56.2. Starts looking like it wants to go back down. So I have a long. Once it takes out the opening price low, I punch out of my long, but then I'm ready to get back into the long any second. So I punch long. I add to my long here. Once it pops back up, I get out just so I can try and finesse the entry a little bit more, get the right fills at the bottom. Sadly, I miss out on, because it's so hard to get these fills, so hard. Sadly, when I'm just throwing my orders, they don't want to give me the fill, so I have to chase the orders to the upside, chase, exit, chase more, exit, add, exit, add, exit. This was good, great. You took the even dollar 56, 57, 58, And then I kind of got scared. I was like, you know what? The stock showed us some resistance around 61 in the imbalance locator before the stock even opened. Maybe I wanna stay off of the even dollar breaks because they might not be clean, and I want to get ready for the shorts. That was the big mistake. Instead of participating, I was anticipating. Shout out to your boy Ian. I was anticipating instead of participating. I should have just played the game I was already playing, and I was telling you guys that this is the game to be played on IPOs last night. If you were watching the stream last night, you know exactly the game plan that I laid out, that I'm going to be looking for every single even dollar break until we see the exhaustion come in, and where an even dollar break doesn't work and it shows you a clear high. What do? I stop. I start gambling with shorts. I give back half of the money that I make in this first move up. Once again, very impatient. These two entries, stupid. This entry, whatever, right? You risk the high of that move, whatever. This one, a little stupid. This one, a little stupid. But this two entries are fine. These two entries are fine because now the high has been established. We know where your stops should be. And with how the stock was moving and how instantly it was whipping 50 cents in a second, you should have been willing to risk 50 cents on that trade. Getting in over there, instead of taking profits, this is where you add. In the consolidation, you add. The stock went to 58 later on. Obviously, if we look at the whole day chart, from 58, it rips to the north side because anyone who was trapped short gets blown out, and the stock goes, how high does it go later on? $67-$68 in the after hours. Holy smokes. So, as I was saying, there's only one trader who traded the ARM IPO the best. He's Korean? I thought he was Japanese. A third generation Korean, but a Japanese billionaire. How does that work? I guess he's Korean, but he lives in Japan. I don't know. But there you go. Yeah, his that's his Korean name, but he changed it to Japanese. Yeah, that's a Korean name for sure. But he changed his name to that, I guess, because he wanted to culturally appropriate himself to the Japanese culture. Hey, shout out to him though, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, the CEO of SoftBank, absolutely making bank on this IPO today, and we're gonna be looking for more opportunities tomorrow. Look at that 66 area, nice breakout of 66 in the after hours. I mean, this stock traded a lot of volume in the after hours, huh? Let's go see how much volume it actually might have traded in the after hours. ARM, 3.7 million, not to be ignored, with the 5.2% move, and the market cap is 90 billion for a stock. I mean, come on, this is not a joke, guys. People, big companies, hedge funds, they're all just acquiring up the stock at the moment before the stock probably gets added to the S&P 500 index. Before I say that, we might have to do our research. Let's do this quick research. Do only US stocks get added to SPY? $500 large cap US stocks. So maybe ARM doesn't get added to the S&P 500 ever? I'm not trying to pair trade SPY. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I guess it's not going to get added to the S&P 500, but in that case, it might get added to other indexes like a Morgan Stanley index most likely. I don't see how Morgan Stanley ignores one of the biggest semiconductor chip maker in the world. I don't see how that happens. So I'm guessing a lot of hedge funds and a lot of big companies want to nibble up as much of ARM's shares as they can now before it's too late for them, because I don't see the stock staying down too much. You got to realize ARM's chips are in almost everything that you see. Even Apple sells laptops with some of the ARM M1 chips in them. A lot of smartphones have ARM chips in them. A lot of wearable, like those Samsung, and what's the other one? Garmin watches have ARM chips in them. I mean, the list is unstoppable. So ARM is a very, very big company. I mean, 90 billion market cap, right? And they were supposed to be valued at like what, 30, 40, 50 billion, and this probably puts them now at 90 or 100. Pretty insane. So shout out to ARM. Tomorrow, for levels to trade is what we're going to be talking about right now. So why don't we first start off with, this is not going to, actually, yeah, it will make sense. The IPO levels. We are very, very interested always in the IPO high, low, close, and open. So now that we have these mapped out, the next we want to see is how the stock traded in the after hours. So we kind of do have that level already mapped out. See how we kind of get the bounce off of this. That's where where the stock closed. 63.59. Yeah, that's where the stock closed. Okay, surprisingly enough. And the IPO high of 66.25, we basically got the breakout of that zone. $66, 66.25 zone. We basically got a breakout of that zone. And the after hour high over here of 68.07 looks pretty important. There's a good chance that the stock opens up higher in pre-market. We might just see another big rally tomorrow. I mean, take in that the stock from 12 o'clock to I believe around 3 o'clock already had done 100 million shares on the day. It did not need a whole day to make 100 million shares. So that's the hype behind the stock. I don't think this one's volume is gonna die out really quick as most of the IPOs usually do. And another quick level for us to keep in mind is this 58. There's a good level over here near 59 too. Look at that bounces over here. This is every single candle is a 5-minute candle. So I'm pretty interested in that 59 area and this 58 area, because that 58 is where a monster rally started. A lot of the shorts, anyone who was shorting these areas and had their stops, if you shorted this pop, you added this pop, a real good trader, right? I didn't do it because I'm not the greatest of traders. I will be eventually, I promise you that, right? But the smartest of traders who shorted this pop, added over here, waiting for that break of 58 so they can add more. And then when this move starts popping up, their stops start getting triggered. Stops triggered. You're getting that squeeze. Day one, you're getting a short squeeze on ARM. Shorts getting blown out. And then on that rally of the shorts getting stopped out, you're seeing longs now jumping into the long side, pushing that move even more, making those shorts who want to get stopped out, make them chase for their exit. That beautiful squeeze over there, bringing in ARM to the north side. So shout out to ARM. And these levels that we have on chart are basically the ones that I'll be interested in tomorrow. So if you want, take a screenshot, make a note, take a note, whatever you want to do. These levels will, in my opinion, be very, very important. Obviously, this is your boy Prastradamus calling it out, baby. Calling it out as I see them. Adobe. Why don't we go to earnings stocks for a little bit and give a shout out to our friends from Benzinga. Because they help us with everything news. They were the ones who actually called out that the stock was going to open, or what time what the IPO was going to open. I think Max was letting you guys know at the Trader TV stream, and when he said that a certain beloved streamer, or not streamer, certain beloved trader of the floor was letting them know with the juicy information. That was me. I was letting them know, and yeah, they were, Benzinga wasn't wrong. Shout out to Benzinga. Benzinga also coming in right now to help us out with the Adobe earnings. Looks like Adobe, just from looking at the color of the ticker off the earnings report, is red. So not looking good. So let's see what happens over here. Look, where's the earnings report? Q3 EPS beat and revenue beat. Okay, but Q4, that looks like above the estimates. But what's with the revenue? Revenue is kind of within the range, I guess. 5.025, 4.97, within the range. So why did you get hurt, Adobe? Why did the market not like you? So they clearly pushed down in the after hours. What is it? 1.9% to the downside. That's not that much of a move. I mean, we're looking at it right here, Prad. We're looking at the chart and we are kind of ignoring it. Originally, though, it did pop up. Insane pop to the north side, 566. But then later on, pushing to the down side. I'm guessing something to do with their conference call. Look, I'm a big fan of Adobe. You guys are watching these thumbnails. These thumbnails are nothing but hot fire. I mean, look at today's thumbnail. I'm in absolute love with today's thumbnail. Only 12 viewers. My streams are dying, chat. My streams are dying. I'm a dead streamer now. I went from having 300 viewers. I think I had 300 viewers. Maybe not, but 100 viewers on my first few streams to only 12 now. Dead streamer. But yeah, look at that thumbnail, right? Those thumbnails are super hot fire, and that's with the power of Adobe AI, man. Adobe AI has been so helpful for creating these thumbnails for me and helping my life, saving my life, so I don't have to pay Dieter over here to do the thumbnails and shit. I was really bullish on the earnings over here. I thought it would really push up to the north side, but looks like the market did not like the earnings report and clearly selling off. We already have levels mapped out. I don't really think I want to map out new levels other than something right down here. What am I doing? Something right down here is where I want to put down my last line. Obviously, we have this range over here. If the stock really pushes all the way down to that range, then it's like, what the hell, Adobe? What are you doing? Right? So let's see if these levels that we have already mapped out help us out tomorrow to find some trades on ADBE. IOVA. Don't know anything about the stock, but it showed up on our radar because apparently popped up pretty drastically in the after hours with some decent volume. So that it did, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks like just some sort of a relief rally in the after hours, some shorts covering in the after hours possibly, or a little bit of a short squeeze in the after hours, not too much of a short squeeze. I mean, the stock was down 14% today. It's a biopharma stock, some sort of okay, U.S. Food and Drug Admin updates Prescription Drug User Fee Act. Action date for Lifefucel for the treatment of advanced melanoma. So I'm guessing, I don't know if it's, does it affect everybody? Does this affect mRNA and PFE? mRNA has been recently at a new 52-week low. So has PFE. So has NVAX. But I'm wondering if that catalyst only affects IOVA because they were down big time today, down big time, 14%. So I guess, yeah, that's a maybe specific catalyst for them, hurting them, bringing them to the downside, and a little bit of a rally in the after hours. If anyone's interested, I guess that previous 52-week low near $5.40 is something to keep an eye out for. Right around here, that 540, which is also yesterday's low. Also yesterday's low, the previous 52-week low, something to keep an eye out for. Possible shorts at 540, possible shorts at $6. If this negative catalyst is real for this position, I don't think the stock has any real pop tomorrow unless there's some sort of a SSR bounce. But it looks like the catalyst might be real and the move might be continuing into the future in a swing term, in a swing scale term. So leaning on that idea, I think shorts anywhere near 540 or $6 is something to not ignore on IOVA. Pratt, I can see you as an axe murderer. Only thing I'm murdering right now is the stock market. All right, that's it. The only thing I'm worried about murdering right now. But if my dreams and my goals don't work out the way I want them to, I'm coming for you. IOVA. So not a stock that I thought I would be that interested in, but I picked it up from the after hour scanner. I thought that this would be something cool, but yeah, now I'm not really that keen on even looking for any trade opportunities. But if I am, it'll be, like I said, shorts around 5.30, 5.40, and shorts around $6. Now, let's go to all the stocks that we want to cover for today in the next half hour or so. Why don't we start off with some of the stocks that are, again, stuck in inside ranges. So we're going to speed run through the inside range stocks. Here we go. Once again, Tesla trying to break out. We still are waiting for that level, 278, 280 area, possibly coming into play. Markets have showed us a nice little green day today. But tomorrow, Free Fall Friday. So if Free Fall Friday comes up, then we have nice little areas to short Tesla. And if Free Fall Friday does not show up, you have nice little areas to take that breakout long, that pump through of that area for TSLA. Amazon, I think, we cannot say an inside day. Clearly, the stock broke out a 52-week high yesterday, went up to 145, 146 in the after hours. And if you look at today's high, it was basically that after hour high that it made. Right, the after hour high, pre-market high. We never managed to go back to that pre-market high. The stock comes back to 143.55, but this bounce over here, man, look at that bounce. Let me show you that bounce. That bounce comes exactly at an anchored VWAP point on the chart. Hopefully Trade Ideas is cooperating with me on my computer today. If it's not, then I can't really show you. Okay, there we go. It is. Thank you, Trade Ideas, working with my computer today. Come on, buddy, load up. Ooh, what is this? Disney pullback from the highs? Interesting. Tesla? Don't crash on me, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. Not really, but okay. I get where you're going. WFC. Ooh, interesting. Possible rejections around this 43.50. We're finding some nice trades over here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Dish actually getting above its anchored VWAP, or possibly about to see rejection. That's also a 52-week high, 52-week low. Sorry, did I say 52-week high? 52-week low coming in over here. So possible bounce and a breakthrough of that anchored VWAP. Yo, I'm finding a lot of trades over here. JPM and WFC moving right back to a anchored VWAP from these highs. But okay, what was I going to show you? I was going to show you Amazon and where it bounced. Let's go to 15-minute chart, and then we'll put it from this day. Very subjective, right? Anchored VWAP, very, very subjective, because you are picking the points and choosing the points where you want to anchor the VWAP from. Where am I picking my point from? I'm picking the point where the stock actually broke out of its range, or push to, sorry, the 52-week high, and kind of struggle. So this day over here, I'm picking this day to see if there's any big hedge fund, any big investment, any big trader out there who's wanting to accumulate shares of Amazon on this move up. You would think that they would do in a smart way, in a sophisticated way, and not just stupid and random spots like a retail trader, right? So if I'm anchoring off of this day's move, I want to see buying coming in around the best price of the stock since that day. So what is the average best price of that stock since that day? Is buying coming in around those prices? Well, zoom in. Hello, don't be messing with me. So we put in, we get that move. It kind of struggles over here and then dives back in, but then it pumps back up this day, and then it pumps back up over here too. So that anchored VWAP over here shows us that it was a little bit of a decision point, and then we found buyers again at that very same low where that point was anchored from. Nice little dip buy opportunity there. If we pushed back to this anchored VWAP point, you should have technically seen rejection, but we didn't. We saw it pump right through that area, showing you that whoever was buying on this day, they are buying it right back again at 140. They are buying it right back again this through this area, and then they're buying again around over here. Once the stock does pull back over here, I want to see if they're buying again at the next point where it intersects and matches up and aligns. So all of these things, a kind of good thing to keep an eye out for. That's why I'm also using that same scanner to find some of these stocks that are moving up to a significant area of possible resistance, possible support. I think this one only shows us resistances because every stock that we click, it's only pulling up to the anchored VWAP, kind of showing us where possible resistances or inflection point of change in characteristics could be on these stocks. So I'm looking at possible rejection once again around in these areas for Wells Fargo. We've seen it basically trail down this whole time off of there. Let me show you maybe a different stock where we can see a better example. Qualcomm. Look at that, rejection, pulling back, possible rejections coming in, and any big stocks over here. Visa, I know Visa was in play today. I was looking at Visa for some trade. Look at that, nice little support. Ever since it made a little bit of a gap up, I guess. I'm not seeing the gap, but oh, right there, it's coming from right here. The VWAP is coming from all the way there. It did dip back below it at one point, but now we're seeing the support come back in. So good indicator. Still learning a lot to use it. Applying it every day in my trades and seeing what not to do and what to do with it. Let's see chat. What's chat saying? You should have a soundboard and hit the law and order button when you said that. What the law and order button? What's that? Triple witching hour. Triple witching hour. Ooh. We cannot forget about that. Tomorrow is obviously very, very important. The triple witching day, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know, I don't even know. No, I'm joking. I know what it is, but for me to explain it, it's the hardest thing. So before I pull it up to give you proof that I know what it is, because I know chat's going to troll me saying, no, you don't know what it is. It's when options expire, a bunch of options. So monthlies, dailies, weeklies, options expire. And future contracts expire. So futures are now going to be trading under a new letter. I think the current one was U23. And then it goes to Z23. Correct me if I'm wrong, but after U, it should go to V, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Yeah, after U, it should go to V. But I think they're on Z for some reason. I don't know who makes up these contract letters or whatever. So don't quote me. If I'm wrong, do correct me if I'm wrong, if it's not Z. Future contracts expire on that day. Those are the two things. And what's the third thing that expires? Option contracts, future contracts. Why is it called triple witching? Okay, now I'm actually forgetting. Stock options, index options, and stock index options. Oh, like spies and okay, come on. I just call them stocks. I guess they're called indexes. Whatever. They're called indexes. Blah blah. But I just call them stock options. So that's what I was forgetting. And all three big expiries align, I believe, 4 times a year. I think they happen 4 times a year. How many times a year is triple witching? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I was right. So yeah, 4 quarters, 4 times a year, and at the end of every single quarter, the options, the future contracts obviously roll over, and the old futures contracts stop trading 4 times a year, and it happens to be a very, very big and volume based event on the day, on the market, off the open, off the close, even throughout the day itself. You'll see some crazy events happening, and hence the reason witching, right? It's like someone's casting a magic spell in the air, and you're seeing all kinds of crazy weird stuff happen that you've never seen before, and that's very much a big possibility. Tomorrow there's a bunch of stocks that are getting added to the S&P 500 index. and also deleted from the S&P 500 index. I don't really know what stocks they are, sadly, but at 350 we will find out at the in the imbalance locator, and then we just have to go off of that information that we play at that point. So obviously Trader TV Live will show you guys the imbalance locator at 350 tomorrow. So if you don't have an imbalance locator, or if you don't know how to get an imbalance locator through your broker, don't ask me, call your broker. I'm not your broker, I'm just helping you the best I can. Call your broker, see if you can get an imbalance locator for yourself. But if you can't, I know Trader TV Live will show you an imbalance locator at 350, and then you can decide to trade whatever you want to trade. Don't be alarmed if the financial juice mock imbalance number looks ridiculous tomorrow. The early mock imbalance, they give you one at 340, 345, and right before 350, I believe. And at 350, they actually dropped the amount of volume that was actually traded at the 350 number. Don't be surprised if that number looks ridiculously large tomorrow. And don't be surprised if stocks like Amazon, Apple, Google have some kind of ridiculous moves with the weightaging behind them and so on, right? SPY might move crazy. QQQs might move crazy because of the rollover, because of the options expiries. Why does option expiry matter so much? Usually when a options writer writes an option or a call or a put, they hedge themselves by getting those the shares for that option right away, so they don't have to do it later. But there are some people, they're humans. Humans are flawed. They make mistakes. Some are lazy. Some procrastinate. I'm talking about myself in that case. And those who do that, they might have to, get their last few shares at the last second into the closer off the open. And that's why these type of moves, option squeeze. That's why option squeeze was such a big thing on GME and AMC. It's kids buying up these option calls, options writers getting squozed, the gamma squeeze coming in, and then they having to punch the long into the position to hedge themselves, having to punch a long much higher because they are going to get exercised as the stock is squeezing to the higher prices, right? They probably wrote the option call for a stock that they don't own at a price that they thought it was not going to go to. And when the squeeze starts happening, they got to start hitting that ask or the offer and getting that size to make sure that they are hedged well enough so they don't get burnt on it. So just a little idea over there on how options affect the market and how options expiry could bring in some late traders to punch the stocks over there for us. Just an idea to keep an eye out on the market. Very, very important. And obviously, as a lot of stocks are getting rebalanced tomorrow, it's gonna be fun. I was gonna curse, but I'll stop myself from cursing. Hugo, what's up, Hugo? Love the name. Hey, Prad, watching from Denver, Colorado. Hey, baby, let's go from Denver. I love it. Stock options, stock index futures. Thank you. TH triple witching, that is shenanigans can happen on it. All in on pumpkin spice. Looks like you're talking about Starbucks. I mean, let's talk about Starbucks. Starbucks has cracked the code. They cracked the code in terms of selling drugs. Think about it. They have been selling drugs for how long now? One of the most addictive drug out there in the world. They've cracked the code. But yeah, they were failing for a little bit recently, weren't they? They were failing pretty badly recently. They struggled for a bit. I think they are on a monster recovery at the moment. This was the struggle, I guess, that I remember. But monster recovery. Ooh, look at that level on Starbucks. Come on, give it up to that level. We gotta probably put this stock on our watch list tomorrow. Getting back below 100. I haven't actually looked at Starbucks in a long time, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, very clear rejections coming back in around previous supports now turning into resistances, supply opening up, demand showing demand at lower prices. Not looking good overall. Looks like more downside, but boy, they cracked the code by selling drugs. The ETFs that pay dividend weekly could seesaw. Another good point from another great viewer, TH. You're a beauty. I love having you in this chat. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always taking some time out of your night to come in, educate me first, and all the viewers along with it. Uh, okay, let's see if you guys can educate me about this thing that's happening over here. I know I really didn't go through any of these stocks. I mean, honestly, guys, most of these large cap stocks that I have been very much in ranges and levels we already have mapped out. We're just waiting for those levels to come back into play and trade off of those levels. Ooh, I like that one. What's that? Are you kidding me? Isn't that where the stock actually went after hours? Yeah, basically. What a joke. Oh, okay. So, these stocks are pretty much stuck in areas at the moment. So, I don't really. I don't want to get bored repeating the same things from yesterday or the day before that or the day before that. I feel bored repeating them again and again. So I don't want to bore you. But if you do want any specific stocks outlook from here, let me know. I will dive into it. But I want to kind of go into this stocks over here and what's going on over here with UAW. What is UAW and what is this UAW strike? I when I was listening to the Benzinga squawk, they they were talking about UAW strike most likely happening today at midnight. A lot of the workers are going to walk out of their employment and cause a lot of companies to probably start making a move down over here off this catalyst. So what is UAW? It's a motor strike. GM motor strike 2019 motor strike began. It's 2019. Ford GM UAW local. What is that? United Auto Workers. Ah, okay, there we go. So what? These guys want a raise on their salaries because of what happened with I guess UPS. How UPS workers went on a strike and they all now make 100 grand a year. So now Ford employees and GM employees want that same kind of catalyst to play out for them. They want 40% raises through September 2027 and major improvements in benefits as part of what is called audacious demands. Ford CEO proposal wage hikes 40 put us out of business. You're not wrong by saying that. Okay, so looks like this is a catalyst for the downside on almost a tech on automobile companies, and Ford and GM might be something to keep an eye out for. Now that I have a better understanding of what exactly is going on, and if the strike actually pulls off tomorrow, we might just be able to get a nice little short on GM and Ford. So keep an eye out for these stocks. Don't be ignoring it. United Auto Workers strike tonight, says TH. Yeah, thank you, thank you, TH. Yeah, I heard about it. I just didn't know what it was and what's going on. Don't really trade Ford or GM. You know me, I'm your large cap monkey. Even though GM and Ford are basically large caps, I guess, but I'm the large cap monkey. But if there is a catalyst to trade these stocks, I will. And I think tonight or tomorrow, we'll be able to see if this catalyst actually plays out. Hopefully they actually get what they want. The strike ends up giving them what they want and they end up making money, and hopefully we end up getting a trade out of it on both directions. They go on strike, we short the stocks, we make money by it going down. They get off of strike, deals are closing, then we get long and we ride it back to the upside, right back into the range. Nice little range trade opportunity on GM. Ford obviously did break out of that range already, but good little short opportunity at the higher end of this range and near the 50 period, 100 period EMA. So keep an eye out for these two companies and any other automobile companies, I guess. Does the UAW only affect Ford and GM? Does Tesla get affected by this? Are their employees part of the union? They have to make a deal tonight. Ah, okay. So it looks like they will be going on strike then 100%. And that was a sentiment that I was hearing also from Benzinga. That was also very much the sentiment that I was hearing from Benzinga. Let's actually quickly go to Carvana because I actually want to talk about Carvana. Carvana did break out of that 53. My alert was not set up, so I did miss that move. 53 breakout, monster move up to 57. I think tomorrow you cannot ignore it. It's sad to be looking at the stock every single day, calling out that level for you guys every single day, saying that we're going to be ready, we're going to be ready, we're going to be ready. But just because it's trading down here at $40, I had no faith that it's actually going to show us a move to 53 today and missed that monster breakout of 53. How easy was that breakout of 53? Let's go study it. Easy. Never really came back. What a joke. No, it wasn't easy. It sucked. Yeah, it sucked. Oh, that sucked. Oh, that sucked. That was a disgusting break. Oh, lordy lord. Let's actually see the replay of that one. Where is the 53 break? Right over here? No, yeah, 50. I guess our level was 53.31. So if you look at our level, it was not bad. But if you look at 53, just 53 alone, oh, come on. Kidding me? Alright, screw you then. If you look at 53, just 53 alone, and if you took the 53 break, it goes up to 53.08, drops down to 52.60s. You would have been instantly 50 cents or so out of the money on that trade and probably thinking about punching out. But here's what a smart trader would do, right? You wait for the comeback. You look at the tape. You look at if you're reading the tape, you're clearly seeing buyers bidding back up and fighting for that price right at the previous high a day, and instantly moving it back up. And this is where you're looking for that long. 53 breaks, comes back, consolidates, starts punching back. You start adding in on these two candles. You start taking the breakout at this point. You add on this breakout, and then you can basically add back on this consolidation, add on this breakout. I don't think I would have added anywhere on this move, to be honest. Probably would have been all out over here. I don't think I would have held it for this move up. I'll be real with you. Probably got burnt trying to short it over here because it made a lower low. So short with that stop, which would have triggered over here. And then I would have taken the short on the break of the EMA, added on the break of this EMA, and then what would have happened to me? Probably taken some, I would have probably been all out over here, and then later on it does pull back. I would have not taken the long. So that's probably how I would have traded if I did take the 53, if I was looking for the 53 area. I'm paper trading it for you. I'm also telling you how I would have traded. But realistically, let's be honest how Prad would have traded. Short, stopped out. Short, take profits, quick scalp. Short, stopped out. Short, quick profits. Long, get stopped out. Then get long, quick profits, then take the breakout, get stopped out, then take the breakout, take profits, and never really add. That's how I probably would have traded. And then get burned on that short, and then take short, and then take profits, and not hold it for the real move. Let's be real. That's how I would have traded. Let's stop lying to the chat. I see TraderPrad featured today on Day Trade the World, texting the guys. I wasn't texting them. We just have a Discord server together. Yeah, we just have a Discord server together, and I just let the boys know that where is it? I just let the boys know that around 11:58, the Benzinga Squawk was at 11:53. Benzinga Squawk said, no. At 11:53, Benzinga said 11:58 indicated. No. At Hold up. At 11:20, that's right. 11:20, Benzinga said 11:58. But at 11:58, Benzinga said 10 minutes. And it did open at 12:07. So that's what happened. But no, shout out to your boy Max. Shout out to your boy Max for spilling the beans to everyone at Trader TV, which he's not supposed to do. I'm joking. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. So Carvana, guys, coming back to Carvana, monster trade that we missed out. I'm very upset. Do not ignore this 52-week high area. Possible trap shorts or continuation breakout longs. Two amazing trade setups incoming around this 58, 57. What is that high? 57.19? Really? The high is 57.19? Wow, okay. Around 57 to 58 area. Look for that trade over there on Carvana. And 58 comes from August 2022. August 2022 high, where the stock really plummeted from there all the way back to the ground. Yikes. That's a big move to the downside. Carvana finally making a move back there. So shout out to you. Shout out to Carvana. I'm pretty sure Max probably had this long today. I don't really watch Trader TV live, so I can't tell you if he did or not. You guys have to tell me if he did. But if I know Max, which I think I know I do, I think he had this long for sure. So shout out to Max for that long. Any other stock that I really want to talk about? I did want to talk about Unity. So we could go to Unity and Penn, I guess. So let's go to Unity. I really wanted to go check out what's going on with Unity. I saw a lot of people talking about it on the trade floor that I currently work at, and a lot of other Discord servers that I'm currently into. So Unity down 3% today. Looks like it broke that consolidation low, 36.50, and it gave you a little bit of a short, but no real. I don't think I would have traded that, honestly. I don't think I would have traded that at all. So no trade for me. But let's see if Unity continues to drop to the downside and gives us a trade somewhere around these ranges over here. That 32.90 double top, 32.90 breakout, supports coming back in around that 32.90s. Let's say 33 to 34 basically, because 32.90, come on, 33 to 34. Let's see that supports come back into that bad boy, and see if buyers come in. Yeah, the One Piece live action is pretty decent. Not great, but good. But like good. Is that English, Wayner? And if you are in the chat, just type in the chat. Don't Discord DM me. Because if you type in the chat, it helps me up with the YouTube algorithm. Type in the goddamn chat, Wayner. Unity. Unity, obviously, nice little move to the downside today, but I don't think there was a trade for me. I'll have to wait for this 33-34 area to come into play, and I think it will be coming into play tomorrow. I wouldn't doubt that. Disney. Yeah, we gotta go to Disney. Disney had some sort of a crazy move after later on in the day. If someone can update to me what that volume candle was about. I know recently they popped up with some sort of a deal with the charter. But what is this move over here about? I know our boy Neil deGrasse Tyson, Trader TV Neil, tweeted something about Disney. So let's go check out. Yeah, right there. News as they are selling ABC. Ooh. They're selling ABC. Who's buying ABC? Who the hell is buying trash ABC? Come on. To NXST. I guess the answer's right there. What the hell is NXST? Next Star Media Group. $157 stock. How come I've never heard of you before? NXST. Wow, okay. Looks like somebody knew the news before they did. Somebody knew the news before it dropped, clearly. Because that doesn't happen by mistake. That doesn't happen by mistake at all. So, yeah, nice little move on NXXT to the upside. Looks like that catalyst is a good one for these guys. I mean, makes sense. Maybe it helps them expand their portfolio. Nailed the high in the after hours, but didn't really come to that level today off the move overall. Disney, how would I trade it? I think that level right there is pretty significant. Previous 52-week low, everyone was very, very keenly watching that level as to see what would happen. Obviously, we broke below that level recently, but now with the charter news, with this ABC. Did I say ABC or ACB? ABC news. Maybe they get back above this level, but this level is pretty important. We'll have to see if sellers come in, if buyers come in, what direction they get pushed around. And I'm sure Disney has to be on your watch list. If you're not looking at Disney, you might just miss out a pretty good trade tomorrow. Someone said Foot Locker is on sale. Yeah, but I'm not seeing an increase in relative volume. It did pop up today, 6%. Nice little pop up, but Nah, I don't think there's a trade in Foot Locker for me until we really push up to that peak high over here. I want to see that break of that 2014 so we can kind of get that gap close maybe. But until then, I don't really want to touch Foot Locker. But if you do want to touch it, I think that breakout of this over here, that 19 area breakout for a possible move up to 20, maybe you get $1 scalp for risking 15, 20 cents on it. Could be something to keep an eye out for, but not for me. I'm sorry. I denied that trade. DG, Dollar General. Someone said this stock is also going on sale. So, yeah, you're not wrong. New 52-week low. Previously made that 52-week low. Gap down on the earnings move and continuing to drop to the downside. I think we have to scroll back quite a bit to find levels. I think we're going pre-COVID on this stock now. So pre-COVID comes in at 126, and now we're going pre-COVID levels. So obviously a little bit of a weakness for DG. God damn it, I hate it when this happens. A little bit of a weakness for DG, and then the next support is anyone's guess. I mean, what, $100? This level over here at $111. It's honestly anyone's guess. I wouldn't guess. I would just wait for the stock to show you clear, obvious support at some point, kind of like what ARM did, right? Show you that clear, obvious resistance at one point and clear, obvious support at one point. Stocks show you all the information you need to know every single second. All you have to do is listen and pay attention. The second you stop paying attention, the second you start hoping and praying and dreaming, is when you start taking these losses. That's not risk management. You're not trading properly. You're just rolling dice at that point. You're monkeying around. You're rolling dice. You're gambling. It does not make sense. So there's tons of information. Look, when the roulette ball is spinning around the roulette ball, it's not telling you that I'm going to drop over here. I'm going to drop over here. It just drops. The stock market is literally telling you what it's going to do every single second. It's your job to pay attention. It's your job to look for those levels, study those levels, look for buyers coming in, look for sellers coming in, and create a proper edge, create a proper system through which you know how much you're going to lose and how much you're going to win on every single trade. And do not do what I did on Google today. Do not do what I did on some of the other stocks today. 100% do what I did on Netflix. 100% do what I did on ARM off the open, right? So hopefully this stream helped you guys out. I know I didn't really get into too much of actual levels for you or actual trades for you, but this was a little bit more of, relaxed stream, I guess. A little fresh spin on the stream today. You guys got to see my trades. You guys got some trade ideas for tomorrow. And I think that's about it. Unless you guys want me to take out some other specific stocks. Type in chat, ABC discussion ended. What does that mean, Dan Duval? Tesla is not a member of the UAW. Why is it not a member of the UAW? Isn't it an automaker? Successions? What does that mean? Does that mean you guys got overtaken? United States, Ontario, Canada. Woo woo! What does successions mean? Does that mean like a secondary? I thought I'm thinking about successions. The actions of withdrawing formally from membership of federation or body, especially a political state. So they withdrew? So I guess this got dissolved and absorbed by UAW. I guess that's how it works. Oh, Stellantis. You know what? That makes sense. Why Stellantis? Does STLA make cars? I don't even know what STLA does. I've traded before. That's the weird part. I've traded the stock before. I don't even know if they make cars. Oh, they do. Okay, consumer durables, motor vehicles. Yeah, so I have traded the stock before, and I was actually watching it when they were calling it out on the squawk that the United automakers could actually go on the strike today. The stock was trading at around these ranges, and I pull it up and I see the drop coming in. I go, wow, okay, that short was actually good. I could have gotten on that short on that squawk call out that the strike might actually happen. But yeah, no trade for me on this one. But I missed out on it. But STLA, yeah, learning new things, guys. Learning new things. Also, once again, very very new to trading automobile stocks in general, so I don't really know how they move or what companies they are to begin with. I know Ford, I know GM, I know Tesla. That's it. But coming back over here, I want to see what companies are actually inside this Ford. Is it just Ford and GM? Can I just see like a list of stocks somewhere? Come on, guys. I guess not. But you said it. Ford, GM, Stellantis, BND. BND. Is that BYD? BND. Oh, that's a ETF. Bond market ETF. You want me to take a look at the bond market ETF? I don't think technicals on bonds make sense. You don't look at technicals on bonds, do you? Yeah, I don't think you look at technical trades on bonds. Crazy wick at the end of the day. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that wick at the end of the day, in the after hours at least. Pretty crazy wick over there in the after hours, down to 70 to 70 from 71. I guess not that crazy. 30-cent drop. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't trade bonds, my friend. I don't trade bonds or look at bonds ETF. Maybe if you are a longer term trader, an investor, a swing trader, you kind of want to look at the more macroeconomics, the bigger picture, and actually understand economics and so on. I am not that person. I'm just a day trader. I buy stocks that I use on a day-to-day basis for investment, and I pray that Papa Powell doesn't rail me. That's pretty much it. That's how I invest. But my day trading is purely technical. You guys see how my day trading is very technical, improving every single day, hopefully by 1% or more. That's the goal. Improve every single day by 1% or more. If you're not doing that, then you're stagnating and you're not improving and you're on the path to just dying. So improve by 1%, get better. Let's get back to a couple few things left over here as we are at 9 o'clock. And tonight I don't have to walk my dog because I came home, walked my dog right away, and then I went live, so I can stay as long as I want online because I have nothing else to do. I do want to play some games after though. Let's go show you guys what is coming up tomorrow on economic calendar. We got import prices, 2-star event, 8:30, could move the market a little bit, but also usually a nothing event, a nothing burger event. Nothing else is happening throughout the day. Apparently we do couple other 2-star numbers. Michigan inflation expectations, that could be something. The Michigan numbers have moved the market before. They have, but then they've also not. So it just depends on how crazy these numbers come out. Does Michigan inflation number come out pretty drastically wild, or does it come out in line with the forecast? So we might have to watch out for what happens around 10 o'clock and around 8:30 tomorrow, as we do have a little bit of possible market moves, but it's only 2-star, it's not 3-star, it's not like PPI or CPI or jobless claims, right? So you have to watch out for that one. IPOs. Sadly, no more big IPOs on the radar for the nearby time period. But that doesn't mean we don't have to look at it. So we'll pull it up over here. Tomorrow being the 15th of December. 15th of September. What do we have as IPOs? We got two IPOs, RYZB and NMRA. Looks like they're both actual companies and not just random. Oh, that one's not bad. Both of these are not bad. Both of these are actually not bad IPOs. I like it. Yeah, I think we might have to take a look at it. Decent shares being offered to the market, and the offer amounts are not bad either. NMRA and RYZB. So quickly put that on my watch list tomorrow. IPO tomorrow. RYZB and NMRA. IPOs usually do give you pretty clean trades. They show you size on the book. They show you levels to play off of, and all you have to do is once again just keep your ears open and listen to the market. And if NMRYZB and NMRA set up something like this to the upside or to the downside, I want to be involved in it. So these ones are actually not bad of an IPOs to keep an eye out for tomorrow. Good thing that we checked on it. I almost signed out for you guys and called it a night without checking the IPO calendar. And this is why you have a schedule or a routine. This is why you have a routine, and you go through your routine every single day. Make a routine, guys. Make a morning routine, a night routine. Sometimes I don't want to go live because I just want to sit there, watch movies, but it's a routine. It's part of my system, part of my routine. I gotta stay disciplined because me going live makes me accountable to actually do the work, which is charting, looking for levels, looking for stocks, looking for plays. And once you get into that routine, make yourself disciplined, you guys will see, man, it just bleeds into your trades. It all started with going to the gym with me first, and sadly, after being let go from Trader TV Live, I had a month full of sitting at home and not trading or not going to the gym at all. So I got a little fat. I got a little fat during that time period. But I've been hitting the gym all of this week. Not a single day missed gym this week. And we're going to keep going at it. Wayner actually called me fat today. So if I see Wayne tomorrow, I'm body slamming him. If I see Wayne tomorrow, Wayne, I'm looking at the Discord chat right now in case you're watching this. If I see you tomorrow for calling me fat, I'm body slamming you tomorrow. So I feel a little conscious right now. That's why I had to mention it on the stream today. But hey, we're staying disciplined. We're back into the rhythm. Last week was our first week back to trading. Second week, we are not only trading, we're also going to the gym, and we're getting back to that peak Prad that once was, and then evolving from there. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great Friday. Have an amazing triple witching day. Have an even better weekend, because I probably won't see you live, but I probably will be posting some sort of video offline. I don't know what I want to post a video of yet offline, but I'll be recording maybe something on Saturday and then posting it on Sunday after I edit it. So watch out for that one. And then I will see you Monday. I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, yeah. Have a good Monday. Or have a great weekend. Good night, guys. Peace.